Hi everyone, and welcome to another weekly connection. Boy, these weeks go by fast. Anyway, today we have Lord Kuthumi and Lord Mahey heading up our talk because they feel it's important. So let's get our cosmic thrust oil, and we'll put a drop in our hands, and this will connect us, remember? And I'm rubbing my hands together so I can get all that energy and the aroma out of there and up into my crown. And deep breath in. And that 15-second meditation will realign you, heaven and earth, when you're having a bad day. And a little more at your solar plexus. And then it also brings us together through time and space. So Lord Kuthumi is going to start the conversation today. And what we're talking about today is emotional awareness. Now, I thought that was pretty cool because with all that we're doing and trying to become compassionate and loving and spread that energy into the collective consciousness that we can have a happy and harmonious planet, it makes sense that we need to talk about what is emotional awareness. Because if we're not emotionally aware, then we are probably acting out and not even knowing, or sometimes knowing. So when we do the exercises, the conscious use of power particularly, and then we do this meditation that we do here in class, it's very, 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 very important that we practice being mindful. Because when you're mindful, you hear or you see yourself doing what you're doing. You know, you want to be more lucid in everything that you do. You want to be not only the participant, but the observer in your life, so that you can see what you're doing and how that affects others. And the way to get that lucidity is to just keep on keeping on. You know, to just bring that light into you as much and as often in a day as possible. And you'll start to have lucidity in your dreams, and then it'll spread out into your daily active life. But even without the lucidity, the awareness should be there. We need to be aware of what our emotions are. What am I feeling today? You know, and there's nothing wrong with going inside, waking up and going, what am I feeling today? Am I feeling happy? Am I feeling grumpy? Am I feeling scrunched for time? You know, and is that making me grumpy? You know, do I need my coffee? In my case, it would be tea. Could be coffee too sometimes. Yeah, what is it? What is it that you are feeling? Because it's important to be in touch with that. Because if you're not in touch with what emotion is exhibiting right now through you, then you're not aware of the things that are coming at you that are going to trigger you. And you're just going to go, whatever that emotion is that wants to be triggered in you. So, therefore, what you want to do is you wake up and you go, okay, what is my emotion today? I'm sad. I'm so sad. A lot of people are feeling huge amounts of sadness. So you acknowledge that sadness. You don't try to hide it. You don't run away from it. You go, okay, I'm sad. So now you sit down and you do whatever light technique or meditation that you do. I give you conscious use of power. You can get that on my website under meditations and workshops under the store. And it's a guided meditation that I take you through in developing self-love. You can do the weekly connection, the empathic shield that we do here, or anything else, turn on guided imagery. It's really, really important that you take time for yourself and your emotions. Because if you ignore those things, they're not going to ignore you. And you're going to have a harder time being that light seed that day. So now we're going to bring it in. And with conscious use of power, you can say, you know, for me, I don't get into a lot of detail. I'm just like, get rid of it. you know? Likewise, with the empathic shield, all light will do this for you. Some are just more light. Color and texture of life matters. We teach that in Energy Radiance. So the one that we do here is more for your protection and for your ability to get through the day. So this will also help if you're sad. So you bring that light in and you just say, get rid of it. Get it out. Now, you're going to get a pop quiz because that's called Earth. So when something comes to you and you see it, you're like, oh, there it is. There's that thing that wanted to make me trigger out today. You go, nope, not going to do it. Not going to do it. The more aware you are of those emotions, the less apt you are to get triggered. And we all have triggers. Everybody. And it isn't that you're not going to slip off and go oopsie doodle one day, and we call those magic moments. That's true. But now we're going to come back, bring it back inside, and get stronger and stronger and stronger. Because the more aware you are of those emotions, the more you're able to deal with them. If you run away from them, or you say it's not there, or on the opposite end of that, if you just get all into it, and you don't allow yourself to come out of it and move forward, either extreme is not going to help you solve these emotions and get strong. So we want to be aware of what our emotions are and have an emotional awareness of ourselves. I don't get very angry very often. It's difficult to trigger me, but I can tell you about a certain person who can. Oh, he's right there. So everyone is going to have a trigger, and you don't feel bad about it. You don't get uptight about it. You're just like, all right, this is in my face for me to learn and to understand and to grow. That's all those emotions are for. And remember, those emotions, as you learn in Conscious Use of Power, are where your ego is unfed. It's not loved. It's that part of you that's not loved that makes you act out like that. So as you become more and more aware, those outbreaks are fewer and fewer and fewer. And even when they happen, you pull right out. You pull right out of it. Maybe you need to apologize, that it will be okay. But each time you go through that, also know that you're getting stronger, that something else came up, it was in your face, and now you're like, sweep it away. Let's clean house. So that you can be more and more aware of your emotions. And that will help you enormously, but it will also help the collective consciousness. Because now we're coming from our truth. This is what Lady Athena is so strong about, coming from your truth. Lord Hilarion also. Where, and no matter what your truth is, come from it. And deal with that in a light way. Right? That's how we transform it, transmute it out of that negative energy and into a positive energy. And keep your thoughts positive as well. Because those thoughts are what manifest. So let's do it together. That was pretty long-winded for Lord Kuthumi. All right, so we're going to bring that light in, that gold light, in through the top of our heads. And it's going to come all the way down into our body. All the way through, down your knees, out your feet, into the earth, to the mother. She grabs onto your tether. You always want the mother holding onto your tether. And then you crunch. I like to crunch my toes around the grid. I just like it. But then it comes right back up, whoosh, up the back. Perfect. And you feel that energy of the mother. And you feel her as you move that energy up back to source and now down again. And let's just do it round and round. Down the front, up the back. Round and round. Perfect. Good. And you feel that orbit. And now, as you bring that aura up, a light up from the mother, you let it connect to your aura, to your first aura, your physical body, where you're having issues. Fill that with that light. And your sacral chakra, which is where all those harbored emotions hang out. So we want to go get that. So we're going to really saturate your sacral aura and fill it with that golden light that will help you understand. It will help you to become more and more aware. And we can help the collective consciousness as our awareness increases as well. And then out through your solar plexus. That's the power center. And this is where we connect, right? Through our thought patterns, through the aura of the solar plexus. And then your heart. That we may feel love. So that when you get up in the morning, most of your mornings go, I feel love, I feel happy, I feel good. That's our goal. And we're going to get there. It takes you practicing all those old behaviors and finding all those parts of you that are unloved and understanding them. But we get there. And your heart. Just love. And your throat, that expression of love. Because that's what you are and who you are. You're a light seed. And your third eye. Again, rest assured, you are doing your job as a light being. And you know you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be doing it. And your crown, where you wear your crown proudly, that you are that crown of humanity and that you are that light seed, spreading the light, spreading the love to all of humanity. And we let that radiate out. Oh gosh, you better put at least a foot on. Yeah. Because this is how we as the light seeds help others, by letting them have that light, sharing what we know, sharing that light. And remember to always keep that on, because if you get cranky, your shield is down, Scotty. Okay? So make sure that is always on you enough to not make you cranky. If someone triggers you, touche. All right, it happened. Let's get back. And the more aware we are, the more in control of those emotions we are, the more understanding really is the proper word of those emotions. Being a human being is an emotional being. It's not that we are never going to feel emotion again. You do. It's just that you're more lucid about that emotion. You still react, but it doesn't overcome you. It isn't the huge drama that it used to be for you, throwing you down into the pits. No more. So we're going to develop, the birds are all around here, we're going to develop that emotional awareness so that we can be strong light seeds for ourselves and for the world. I hope you enjoyed today. Remember to like me and all that good stuff and subscribe. And I will see you next week. I love you. Bye-bye.